We welcome people of all nations and all faiths. Kwai Bidja, Jamna Payala Janawi. Come here, we speak together. We have 60,000 years of archaeological evidence of Aboriginal habitation at Lake Mungo and 20,000 years in Ryde. We have great antiquity. Today, hundreds of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people graduate from Macquarie University. The Darug Nation had famous leaders such as Chief Yarramundi, Naraginji, Colby and Maria Locke. Many of the descendants of these Darug people live today amongst you. We celebrate with you our ongoing attachment and custodianship of this country. We celebrate the achievements of Macquarie University.
Good afternoon, Australia. Welcome to First Tech Challenge, the Australian Championship. There we go. I'm Suzanne.
And I am James.
And we are your Masters of Ceremonies for the next weekend.
So everybody, welcome to Decode, part of the First Age season presented by Qualcomm. First is a global robotics community preparing young people for the future. First prepares students in grades pre-K through year 12 in our suite of STEM programs, First LEGO League, First Robotics Competition, and of course, here at the First Tech Challenge.
First Tech Challenge started in 2005, and we've grown to more than 8,000 teams across more than 55 countries. This continues the transformative impact of FIRST programs, and you guys are all a part of that movement. All of you are helping make this program possible for our next generation of innovators, so thank you. We're going to have an absolute blast today and across this whole weekend. I cannot wait to see how things come together for all 42 of your brilliantly designed teams and robots. And they've been absolutely amazingly built for our season Decode.
Every artifact we uncover holds a story. Each tool, each innovation, each work of art connects us to the people and ideas that came before us. By studying these items of the past, we discover how society and technology progress through the ages. Today, archaeologists are using modern technologies to decode more artifacts of the past. Drones, sensors, and advanced imaging allow us to unearth new insights, connecting us further to our shared story. For more than 35 years, FIRST has used the power of inspiration, technology, skill building, and collaboration to shape our community. Each robot, each team banner, each volunteer t-shirt becomes an artifact that contributes to the FIRST story. This robotics season is one for the ages. What will you uncover? Welcome to First Age, presented by Qualcomm. Let's dig in.
This season, students will step into the world of archaeology, uncovering stories hidden in artifacts, tools, and discoveries. Our students will dig deeper using STEM skills and creativity as they design, build, program, and drive their robots. Together, they'll take on thrilling head-to-head challenges inspired by the science of discovery. This year's Decode season wouldn't be possible without our season sponsors, who we appreciate for their generous support.
Now, we'd like to welcome to the floor Will De Lima, who's the manager of FIRST Australia, and he'll say a few words.
Thanks, guys. Let's give it up again for James, Suzanne, and Max. Louder than that, come on. It's not easy. It's not easy to speak in front of 500 people, and to do it effortlessly. So they really do a fantastic job, and we're very lucky to have them. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. My name's Will. I am the manager for FIRST Australia. I know you guys are keen to get stuck into the robot game, so I won't gnaw your ears off. Don't worry. There's just a couple of things that I want to say about today and this past season. One, it's how excited I am about today. And two, and not to sound cheesy, but it's how proud I am of today as well. Can everyone hear me, by the way? I know my voice is loud. I do hope it's traveling to the back. So one, I am really excited about today because I think it's fair to say that for anyone that doesn't know FIRST, and specifically First Tech Challenge, it's really easy to come to an event like this, and yes, to see 42 teams from across the country, to see some really great marvels of technology in terms of your robots, to see some fields, a couple of venues, but to not appreciate and to understand, which I know you do, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the energy, and the time that's gone over the past 3-4 months into making it here today. So, with that being said, this year was a really exciting year because all of you have been able to grow First Tech Challenge from last year's teams of about 75 to almost 100 this year. So please give yourselves a huge round of applause. I'm really excited by that because with that growth, there's 42 teams here, and what I see in front of me is really the best of the best that's in the country and that's in the world as well, which I know a lot of you, or some of you rather, will be transitioning to in the world champs at the end of this. The word I was looking for was advancing, sorry. So, what you might see when you come to an event like this is you might see the robots, I mean, obviously, and the nerves and the excitement that goes into the game, and obviously the time, the energy that's gone into an event like this and to make it here. But what I see, and what your parents see, and what your teachers see, is the skills that you guys have developed. And again, this is going to sound cheesy, but it is true. It's what I see and what I know a lot of you see. It's the soft skills and the hard skills that have gone into an event like this with your teams that have got you this far. So hard skills in terms of programming and coding and technical skills, it might be fabrication, and then your soft skills. So things around communication, your teamwork, and your collaboration. So what I see is the leaders of tomorrow that are in this room today. And I'm not just saying that. You guys are going to go on and do amazing things, and I can't wait to see the growth of your teams throughout the next few years. So, with that being said, I want to hear some love from the different states. I'll try and do it in a clockwise fashion. Let's go with Queensland. Where's Queensland at? Other than that, guys, come on, Queensland! New South Wales, let me hear some love. Victoria? Louder than that, come on, Victoria! That's pretty good. South Australia? There is something in the water down in South Australia. And lastly, Western Australia. Come on, Western Australia. Let's help them out. Western Australia. There you go. All right, so that's the first thing I'm proud of, or rather excited of. The second thing is how proud I am of today. And again, this is going to get cheesy, but it is true. I'm really proud of today because it really is the epitome and the culmination of what FIRST is about. And that's a community of students, volunteers, staff, as in teachers, as well as of community members that make events like this happen. FIRST is really a community event, and in everything that you see around you in terms of the fields, the pits, the food, the resources, the marketing, the materials, it doesn't happen easily. I've got a team of 5 people in New South Wales, but as you guys know, we are a national organization. And what myself and my team do and what you guys do, it couldn't happen without the love, the time, and the energy of everyone that's in the FIRST community. So can I please get a huge round of applause for the FIRST community? Now, there is a couple of people that I want to give a specific shout out to that give up so much of their time, so much of their energy. I don't know how they do it to make this event and events like this around the country happen. And I know that a lot of you know who these people are. So the first person that I want to give it a shout out for, and I really want you guys to put your hands together, is Mark Shecklin. We all know how hard Mark works, how passionate he is, and how much love he has for the program. And that's along with his 2 kids. And this event, and I truly mean this, it wouldn't have happened without Mark and his family's support. So let's give it up for Mark again. The second person I want to thank, who's currently right now volunteering their time down in Melbourne for the first LEGO League Souths Championships, is Mel Blake, our judge advisor. Let's give it up for Mel. Mark and Mel have been an amazing support this year. They've traveled around the country with our team and really added that extra spark and that energy to the events, especially with their expertise, their knowledge, and their skills. The third person, who some of you, I'm sure a lot of you know, but who really makes things work and run very smoothly in Western Australia, it's Harry Cassidy. Where's Harry? Harry, where are you? Let's give it up for Harry. Harry's got an amazing team, including Rebecca, that are based in Perth. They run First LEGO League, and I was lucky enough to go visit Harry early this year, and it's pretty incredible to see the work as well that Harry's doing, as well as Curtin University. The third person, or rather the fourth person I want to give a shout out to, is someone that's in my team. Last year, I was running this event. My hair is a lot grayer than what it used to be. I've started dyeing my hair this year. And I was very lucky to get somebody on board that's been an amazing resource and just incredible this year. We've really thrown her in the deep ends, but this event, it wouldn't have been possible without her. And that's Lisa. So I'm going to cut it off there. There's three things that I want you guys to do today and tomorrow, and that's be safe, it's to have fun and to support each other, and three, to stay cool. It's very, very hot, so please stay cool. Please look out. Please look out after each other. There are water fountains and there's bubblers that are around the university. If you see someone that's struggling, let a parent or myself or rather an adult know, and we can come and we can provide some support, okay? I'm going to pass it back to James and Suzanne.
Thank you, Will. We ask all of our teams here today to honor the first ethos of gracious professionalism. There's usually a whole spiel that follows that, but like, you guys got it. That was good. I'm happy with that. This means doing your best work, and at the same time, we're going to respect and value the other students, teams, and volunteers here. Today is where all the hard work you've put into designing, building, and programming your robots over the last couple of months comes to life in thrilling competition. So good luck to all our teams.
We have a couple of different groups we'd like to thank. You might have met some of them, you might have not. The first one we'd like to thank, they're not here at the moment, our judges. They're super important, so thank you.
Our next group are in the room with us. It's all our technical staff, our first technical advisors, FTAs, our control system advisors, and our robot inspectors.
We'd also like to thank all of our referees in our black and white shirts.
And finally, let's hear it for all the folks in these yellow, this isn't a yellow shirt, all the folks in the yellow shirts. Let's hear it for all our volunteers today.
Now, we wouldn't be here without all of our mentors and our coaches. They're critical to our students thriving and learning and helpful in all of our team successes. Many of you are also mentoring teams from some of our other FIRST programs and may even be FIRST alumni yourselves. On behalf of FIRST as a whole, we'd like to say a massive thank you to all of our mentors and coaches who are here today. Now, we have our general schedule that should be up on the screen in a second. You can also access it on our event app, which is on our QR code right here. Qualification marches will be starting as soon as this finishes. They're going to run until about midday tomorrow. Following those qualifications, we will have an alliance selection. We'll select 8 alliances. The top-ranked teams will choose those alliance partners for Sunday afternoon, which will be playoffs. Following that, we'll have all of our awards as we start our playoffs.
All right, now for our most exciting part of the opening ceremony. Some of you who've been to an event might know it. It is our safety and housekeeping. So before we get started, let's take a moment to be mindful about safety. A reminder that keeping us safe isn't just the volunteers or the coaches' responsibility, it is everyone's responsibility. So during the course, please, or the event, please keep us handy with keeping walkways, exits clear, and if you see something safe, like a tripping hazard or a spill, do your best to immediately notify staff or a volunteer. In addition to physical safety, we need a moment to talk about emotional and psychological safety. Everyone here deserves to have a safe, nurturing, and fun experience. And if something or someone is making you feel uncomfortable, please find a trusted adult to ask for help. We're a community who looks out for each other, so if you see something who is struggling, please check in with them and see how you can help. Another reminder about water, it's going to get to about 40 degrees today. You're moving up and down that long stretch from 1cc to here. Please stay hydrated, take the opportunity. Safety glasses all at the field and also all in the pits. I've been to the pits and seen it pretty abysmal down there, and make sure that we're safe in all those kind of opportunities.
All right, teams, are you ready to dig in and decode? Come on. I didn't hear you.
They want to go home.
Oh my gosh. Are you guys ready to dig in and decode? There we go. All right, we have our teams in our first match that will be taking the field as we get ready to start the day with match number 1 of our season. Good luck to all our competitors, and thank you.
Right.
You can do whatever you want.
All right, we have our first qualification match up on field 1 over here at the Macquarie Theatre. On the Red Alliance, we have team 24089.
That's Iron Lions from Sunshine Coast in Queensland.
On the Red Alliance is team 31784.
That's WSHS Robotics from Wavell Heights, Queensland. Louder.
Passing them on the Blue Alliance, we have team 18306.
That's Stem Cells from Austral, New South Wales.
We also have team 31243.
Creator Academy from Eastwood, New South Wales. Can you just hold that for me, sir?
All right, we are going to randomize our motif. It's purple, green, purple. I'm looking for some thumbs ups. I'm seeing a thumbs up from my head referee, so we will get started. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We've got Stem Cells and Iron Lions moving off. That's 3. 2 for Blue Alliance, 3 for Red, and another for Red from Wavell. Let's see if Stem Cells can score some more. They get another 2. And the Red Alliance ramp is already full. And they get another 2 from Iron Lions for the Red Alliance, and another 2 for the Blue Alliance. And already we have an intense autonomous.
3, 2, 1.
Let's see what happens during teleop. Creator Academy shooting and scoring 2 for 3 for the Blue Alliance. Looks like there was a bit of contact in the gate zone. Lots of congestion in the launch zone. Stem Cells shooting and just missing, and they score their 3rd. Stem Cells open the gate for the Blue Alliance, while Wavell State High School shoot and score for their team. And they just miss as they were bumped. Stem Cells lining up, shooting and scoring 2. That's 3 for their alliance. Iron Lions also shooting and scoring 3. Wavell State shooting and scoring 1. Oh, big bump there. Looks like Iron Lions might have lost a robot sign. Stem Cells also shooting and scoring for the Blue Alliance. It's looking pretty close, 79 to 64. Let's see, can Blue bring this lead back with 35 seconds left? 30 seconds left, that's 10 seconds till endgame. Teams are going to keep trying to score, get as many artifacts in the goal as possible. Lots of congestion in the launch zone, and that's the sound of endgame. Teams are going to try and return back to base, trying to score bonus points and the ranking points. There's 7 seconds left. Let's see what's going to happen.
5,
Contact.
4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of qualification 1 here on field 1.
Towards the end of that match, there was a lot of contact in the enemy base zones. That might lead to some penalties.
Yeah.
We will make sure that we have all of the scores and penalties. Make sure that all the referees are happy with it before we launch our results for this game.
All right, teams. We are a little bit behind, so we'll get moving on and move to our next game on field number 2. See if we can get our teams introduced in a moment here.
Mic check. Does it work?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
We'll start off with our teams on the red line. Starting us, we have 18359.
That's Pimble Lion Cubs from Pimble, New South Wales.
Joining them on the red lines, it's 24736.
That's the Murray Bridge Lizards from Murray Bridge, South Australia.
Over on the blue line, starting us off, team 18228.
That's the Red Bot Builders from Brisbane, Queensland.
And running us out, it's 30781.
That's Helix Black from Box Hill, Victoria.
Now we're just waiting on the final results from our qualification 1. We have a question that's been asked to our head ref, so we've got to wait a second. There we go. I think we might have a score. Doesn't matter. He's confirming a rule with the rule manual.
Yeah, that's
Early on, we've already got some tricky questions. Here we go. Okay, we have the results, and it is a win to the Red Alliance. 130 to 104. 4 ranking points for the Red Alliance. Congratulations to them.
all right. Almost ready to get match number 2 started on field number 2.
Okay. Hands off.
Let's get hands off controllers and randomizing to purple, purple, green. Keep those hands up, teams. All right, thumbs up from our teams, referees,
Testing.
head referee, and timekeeper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We've got 3 out of 4 robots moving. Looks like 3 for red, 2 for red, 5 for blue. Red Bot Builders shooting and scoring, 2 for 3. Meanwhile, Pinball Lion Cubs trying to score. Then they almost collide, but not quite. Lion Cubs get another one in, very nice. Let's see what happens during teleop.
3, 2, 1.
And our robots come back to life. 24736, that's the Murray Bridge Lizards, shooting and scoring for the Red Alliance. Meanwhile, Helix Black trying to line up. Red Bot Builders shooting and scoring twice. And that's an overflow. Meanwhile, they open the gate for the Blue Alliance. They want even more points for the classified artifacts. (18359) Pinball Lion Cub trying to play some defense, and an amazing catch from our referee Lewin. Helix Black trying to line up. Meanwhile, Murray Bridge shooting and scoring, very well done. Pinball Lion Cubs in the human player area trying to collect some artifacts. They shoot and score 2 for 3, very well done. And their ramp is full, so they're emptying it. They want more classified artifacts for the bonus points. We have just over 50 seconds left, still plenty of time. Red Bot Builders missing just to the left. Pinball Lion Cub shooting, just missing those 2. Can they get the last one? Yes, they can. Very well done. Helix Black shooting and scoring. Can they do it again? Ooh, just missing. Meanwhile, Murray Bridge Lizards shooting and scoring for the opposing alliance. 25 seconds left. We're about to go into endgame. Red Bot Builders get defended and get pushed. They miss their goal. That's the endgame sound. Team's going to be returning back to base. I see Pinball Lion Cubs in position. Murray Bridge Lizards join them. Helix Black and Red Bot Builders look like they're in position as well. And that's the end of the match.
All right, it looks like we have our scores locked in, and it is a win to the Blue Alliance.
Wow, 92 to 93, such a close match.
That's an incredibly close match over on field 2. We're coming back over to field 1. I'm going to introduce you to some of my teams. I have team 19450.
That's Splitbot from Spring Hill, Queensland.
I also have team 26,000.
That's Theseus from Brisbane, Queensland.
Over here on my Blue Alliance, I have team 18611.
That's the Black Spots from Prospect, South Australia.
I also have team 11146.
That's the Barker Redbacks from Hornsby, New South Wales.
All right, I'm looking for some thumbs up. We're going to randomize our motif, and we have a purple, purple, green arrangement. I'm looking for a thumbs up from my referees. I have a thumbs up from my head referee. We are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We've got 3 out of 4 robots shooting and scoring. That's 4 for red. Now that's 6 for red, 1 for blue. Redback's just missing. Theseus shooting and scoring several cycles here. There's another 3 for the Redbacks. And it looks like we have a total of 8. Make that 9 classified artifacts for the Red Alliance.
Drivers, pick up your controls. 3, 2, 1.
We're starting at around 50 points to 16. Red is up, but can blue bring this back? Looks like we've got some pieces on the field. Hopefully that's not going to impact the performance of these teams. Some artifacts absolutely flying into the red goal and the blue goal simultaneously. It's going to be an intense match. I see the Redbacks trying to defend Theseus with their bar. Very innovative design. They do not want Theseus scoring. Except they're shooting me instead. Not sure how I feel about that. While defending, Redbacks even get some shots in. Very impressive. In the meantime, 18611. That's Black Spots. Looks like they're trying to play some defense on Splitbot. 3 clean shots for the Blue Alliance, then they're overflowing. Looks like Redbacks shooting and just missing. Theseus goes 3 for 3. We have 45 seconds left. This is a very intense match. There are artifacts flying everywhere. Oh my goodness. Barker Redbacks just missing to the right of the goal. We got 30 seconds left, 10 seconds till endgame. A nice few clean shots there from Redbacks. Looks like black spots. They're parked and ready to go for endgame. Speaking of which, that's the last 20 seconds. Teams are going to be ready to park. They want those bonus ranking points. I see Splitbot in position. Let's see if Theseus is going to join them. There's 6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the end of that match. What an intense game. It's only qualification 3, and we're getting some high quality gameplay here. That's what we love to see. The scores are currently 177 to 86.
That's an incredibly high scoring match over on field 1.
G417 gate operation. You good? You good?
All right. I think we might have some scores.
Okay, collect your robots.
Okay, we have some scores locked and loaded. Let's see if we can get the animation up. Here we go. It looks like it is a win to the Red Alliance. You might notice that the Red Alliance has been awarded a pattern ranking point. That is because of the opposing alliance violating G417. That means that robots are only allowed to contact either directly or transitively through a scoring element, an opposing alliance's gate.
So a reminder to the teams, be careful around your opponent's gate unless you want to hand out some ranking points.
All right, we are back over on field 2. Let's get our teams introduced. Starting us off, we have our Red Alliance. Starting us off, it's 32920.
That's the Robo-Roos Fossil Fizzers from Tonsley, South Australia.
Joining them, it's 25614.
Green Bot Builders from Brisbane, Queensland.
On the other side of the field, starting us off, it's 33660.
That's Bite Size from Bexley, New South Wales.
And rounding off the alliance, it's 26716.
That's St. Lawrence's College from Brisbane, Queensland.
All right, teams, let's get our hands off of the controllers for randomizing. Purple, green, purple. Hands up. All right, teams, let's get... Let's get a thumbs up from our referees. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We've got some robots shooting and scoring. Bite Size shoots and scores 3. And St. Lawrence's College shoots and scores as well. And that's the Fossil Fizzlers on the Red Alliance trying to collect. Very well done. Can they get another? Yes, they can. That's 4 on each side.
3, 2.
Let's see what these robots can do in the teleop period. We've got the Fossil Fizzers collecting some artifacts to try and score. The green bot builders look like they're lining up to score for the Red Alliance. Very well done. 1 for 3. The Fossil Fizzers shoot and score as well. And at the same time, for the opposing alliance, Bite Size 33660 score for their team. St. Lawrence's College shoot and score while being defended and also shoot our referee. It looks like they're trying to defend the green bot builders. Bite Size opening the gate for the Blue Alliance because they want bonus classified artifact points. We've got 1 minute remaining in this match. Bite Size shoot and score. 2 for 3, almost getting that third. A nice clean shot there from the green bot builders. Very well done by the Fossil Fizzers. Whoa, 2 quick shots there from St. Lawrence's College. Some quick reactions from our field staff. We've got 25 seconds left. We're about to be moving into the endgame period. And that's our cue. Teams are going to want to try and return to base for the bonus points and the ranking points that will boost them up for the playoff period. I see Fossil Fizzers laboring
Match
up.
ending in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Almost.
1.
That was a very close contact from St. Lawrence's College.
That's the match. Well done, teams. Scores to come soon from our referees.
All right. I think we might have scores for our Field 2 game. Qualification 4. They should be on the screen in a second. All right, it looks like we have a win to the Red Alliance.
125 points to 84. And an additional note that Red was awarded the patent ranking point due to a violation of G417 for touching the opponent gate. So once again, please be careful. Do not touch your opponent's gate. It's a free ranking point.
All right, I'm going to introduce some teams over here on Field 1. On the Red Alliance, I have team 11505.
That is the Flaming Galahs from Indurabilly, Queensland.
I also have team 10517.
Emu Robotics from Kensington, New South Wales.
Over here on the Blue Alliance, I have team 11148.
Barker Greybacks from Hornsby, New South Wales.
I also have team 23875.
That's Pimbotics from Pimble, New South Wales.
Test.
Is this a good
Testing.
level? You want it louder?
just a reminder for all of the people in here today, if you have that media badge, we need you in the second row, not the first row. Yes.
Hands off controllers.
We're going to randomize our motif here on Field 1 for Qualification 5. It is a purple, green, purple configuration. All right. I'm looking for some thumbs up from our referees. I have a thumbs up from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a field fault. We'll have to let them reset before we... restart. All right. We have reset the robot. I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 referee thumbs up. So we are going to start our game in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
I see all 4 robots moving. That's 2 for 3 from Greybacks. Looks like Emu's trying to shoot and score. Just missing. Same with Pimbotics. Greybacks gets 3 for 3. So they have 5 classified so far. They're intaking another 3. Very well done. Can they shoot and score them? Looks like they do. And they almost hit Emu over the midline. But they're safe.
3, 2, 1.
Now robots come back to life. Bit of a collision there between Flaming Galahs and Emu. Barker Greyback's getting very close to the red gate, but just missing. A nice 3 for 3 there. Flaming Galahs with their robot Bob lining up and scoring for the Red Alliance. Yeah. Looks like there's a lot of contact between our robots. Oh, that didn't sound good. A big crunch coming from Flaming Galahs, I believe. They're lining up to try and score. Lots of balls going in for the Blue Alliance. Greybacks opening their Blue Alliance gate. Emu's picking up the balls that were dropped from it. Greybacks shooting and scoring. There's so much congestion in this close launch zone. It's hard to tell what's happening. Or it looks like a bit of entanglement, maybe? Or not quite. That was close. We have 35 seconds left in this match. Looks like Pimbotics might be stuck. Or maybe they're trying to defend from teams getting up to the... Whoa! Watch it, Greybacks. That's the sound of endgame. Teams are going to try and park and get their bonus points and ranking points. Trying to climb the leaderboard. We have 5 seconds left.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Emu trying to get an ascent. It looks like if they had a tiny bit more time, Flaming Galahs could have got under, but at least that's still a full and a partial.
Results for that match coming in soon. Almost ready to start qualification match number 6 on field 2 coming to you soon.
Where's James? No, talk about this match. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, we have Pimbotics parked nice and securely. It's looking somewhat close, 98 to 71. Let's see where this match goes.
I think we have some scores in for qualification 5 over here on field 1. It looks like it is a win to the Blue Alliance.
108 to 86. Now, something to note, even though the Red Alliance unfortunately did not win this match, they were still awarded the movement ranking point. So even if you don't win your matches, you can still increase your position on the leaderboard by making sure you're getting those ranking points. They're very important, especially from our FRC world.
All right, teams. Did my mic? Oh, that sounds awful. Okay, qualification match number 6 coming up soon. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have 18363.
That's Team Rice from Pymble, New South Wales. Come on, let's get some applause.
Joining them also from Pymble, we have 18360.
That's Pymble Pride, also from Pymble, New South Wales.
Heading on over to the blue side of the field, starting us off, it's 14380.
That's the Blue Bot Builders from Brisbane, Queensland.
And running out our team for this match, it's 15144.
That's Artemis Luna from Warunga, New South Wales.
So what's your issue? What's your issue? Do you have an issue?
All right, teams. Initialize. Get your hands up from your controllers for us to randomize. And we're going to randomize now. It is green, purple, purple. All right, teams. Waiting for a thumbs up from our referees. Thumbs up from our referees. Timekeeper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
And our robots moving off their launch lines, getting the lead bonuses. I see 5 artifacts right now for the Red Alliance. Bot Builders shooting and scoring 2 for 3. Pymble Pride getting some nice points there for their alliance. They're trying to shoot and score from the far zone. They get 2 out of 3. That's 9 classified artifacts just in autonomous. Bot Builders gets a few at the very end. Currently, red is up 47 to 27. The Pymble Alliance on red. Let's see if they can hold this lead. Looks like Team Rice shooting and scoring 1 for their alliance, and they collect another 2. They're going to shoot those. Just missing. It looks like...
Is there contact? Are they contacting the artifact?
It looks like Pymble Pride might be stuck in the opposing human player zone. Meanwhile, Rice is going to do everything they can to keep this lead. And it looks like they're still stuck. Meanwhile, Blue Bot Builders trying to shoot and score for their team. They get 2 out of 3. Artemis Luna trying to collect from the human player station. Rice on the Red Alliance, shooting and scoring 1, 2. Blue Bot Builders, 3 for 3. Very well done. And it looks like Pinball Pride is finally up and running. This might be tough to come back with those penalties. But we have 20 seconds left going into endgame. Let's see if they can do it. Bot Builders shooting 2. There's 10 seconds left. Oh no, there's a lot of contact in the opponent's
3,
ace zone.
2, 1.
Okay, you put those 2 in. The blue,
Well done, teams.
blue here, and then 2 majors against red. And then that gets a full. They both get a full. No, I thought that one was contacted. That one, not
blue robots were there, and the red robot was in between them.
you had both. Okay, well if you saw it, then you're a ref, so you both as full. Have you your score in?
All right, results from our referees to come in soon.
All right, whilst we're waiting for some scores, I'm going to introduce you to the teams over for Qualification 7. Over here on Field 1, on the Red Alliance, I have team 23-369.
That's the Fluffy Terminators from Cordo Heights in New South Wales.
Whilst they're not here, I'll introduce them anyway. Also, their alliance partner is team 26-129.
That's Crowbites from Sydney, New South Wales.
Over on the Blue Alliance, I have team 23-771.
That's Exotech from Willard, Western Australia.
I also have team 23-334.
That's Trial and Error from Toowong in Queensland.
All right, we're about to get our results in from the previous match. Qualification number 6, that was. And we'll get those results in before we go over to qualification match number 7. Results are in now. It is a win for the Blue Alliance. The Blue Alliance wins 220 to 108. You'll see there 120 foul points. And as you might have noticed in the map, a lot of those were racked up after 18-360 or 18-363 was stuck in the loading zone there. As we know, robots being stuck in that loading zone, if they are stuck in the opponent's loading zone, any contact with the other team is a 5-point minor penalty. So racking up a lot of those, and then at the end also racked up 2 major fouls for contact in the base area as the teams went to climb. That gave the extra additional base points to the Blue Alliance and gave them 30 points on the base. Points 14-380 in 5th and 151-44 in 6th. Match number 7 coming up soon.
And a congratulations also to the Blue Alliance for being awarded the movement ranking point, which is achieved by the leave points and the parking points in the base at the end of the game.
Now, before we can get qualification 7 underway, but because of all of those fouls, I think we have a question in our question box. So we have to make sure that those questions are answered from qualification 6 before we can start on our qualification 7 match.
I'll see you around. Water is pretty, they're very similar. No, it's not good. Yeah. Just like unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
All right. We actually have an updated score for qualification 6. It is still a win to the Blue Alliance with some updated foul. Oh, maybe not. With some updated scoring information. It seems we have the same score still. All right. We have introduced our teams for qualification 7, so we are going to get right along to randomizing our motif. And we'll get a green, purple, purple configuration. I'm looking for a thumbs up from all of my referees and my head referee. So we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
I see all of our robots moving around or trying to shoot and score. Unfortunately, it looks like, oh no, trial and error, shooting the wrong direction. And I think that's 26129 Crowbite shooting directly into the ramp. Unfortunately, it doesn't count for points, but it counts for the pattern, which is unfortunately the wrong pattern point. Meanwhile, on the Blue Alliance, we have 2 classified artifacts. Let's see these robots come back to life. It looks like Trial and Error's turret pointing squarely at the Blue Alliance goal now. And there we go. 2 for 2. Very well done. Floppy Terminator is trying to score from the far launch zone. Trial and error, shoot, just miss, hitting our referee. And Crowbar trying to get defended. But it doesn't look like it affects them. It looks like trial and error, just shoot and miss there. I think Crowbites might need to...
And they let it roll out. Another one. You got it?
A nice few shots there from trial and error. Looks like there's 25 seconds left in this match. Oh, the ball almost bounces back in. That's the sound of endgame. It looks like Fluffy Terminators is in. The blue robot's trying to park. 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1, and that is the end of qualification 7 over here on field 1.
I've got that one.
Whilst we wait for the final scores for that match, a few reminders. When you are introducing artifacts into the field as a human player, you cannot let the artifacts you introduce into the field roll out of your zone, your depot zone. Okay, it looks like there is a score that's been submitted for qualification 7. And it looks like it is a win to the Red Alliance. 100-79.
And Red Alliance also being awarded the movement ranking point. Congratulations.
Heading it over to field 2, where almost ready for qualification match number 8 of 63. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, it's 11144.
That's Barker Bluebacks from Hornsby, New South Wales.
Joining them, it's 17556.
That's Vegemite from Toowong, Queensland.
Heading on over to the other side of the field, starting us off, it's 24961.
That's Wombat from Sydney, New South Wales.
And rounding out the alliance, it's 11506.
It's the Flaming Tacos from Indurapilly, Queensland. I'm so excited to yell at El Taco.
All right, teams.
So I've only called one pinning foul. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, I can, it doesn't matter.
I'm not going to change any scores.
But not with any.
So,
Adam, you don't need to.
yeah.
Like,
All right. Almost ready to randomize, so let's have our teams with our hands off controllers.
Controllers.
Randomized, and we are motif green, purple, purple. Let's get our hands off controllers. Thumbs up from our referees. Starting this match in 3, 2, 1, decode.
I see the Barker Blueback shooting and scoring. And I see the Flaming Tacos. They're trying to shoot their last ball, and they get it in. Very well done. And it also looks like Wombat has scored a leave bonus. Barker Blueback scoring another artifact into their ramp.
Three, two, one.
And our robots come back to life. And it looks like Wombat, unfortunately, accidentally launched some artifacts outside the launch zone. A nice shot there, just over from El Taco. Vegemite with their red and yellow robot flying across the field. Looks like they're locked on with their turret. They shoot and score. Very well done. I almost get shot by El Taco. That was scary. They're tearing around the field. Oh, and it just goes too high. Let's see what Barker Bluebacks is going to do. Vegemite from the far launch zone, just miss. Barker Blueback scoring 3 for 3. And it looks like there's a chain on the field. Looks like that might be from the Flaming Tacos. Wombat shooting and scoring for their alliance. They have a full ramp now. So that last artifact is going to overflow. Vegemite trying to get into the launch zone, but they're getting blocked. They have to go around. Whoa. A powerful shot outside the field from Vegemite. Looks like there's a lot of artifacts over in the the red human player zone. But we have 30 seconds left. There's not much time left before we have to finish up this match. Teams are going to be racing to try and get those classified artifacts. That's the sound of endgame. On the Blue Alliance, it looks like we have make that 3 correctly classified artifacts. We have 10 seconds left. Teams are going to try and return back to base. That's a 4th correctly classified artifact.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the game. Well done, teams.
It's looking very close. 72 to 78 right now in Blue's favor. It looks like Blue has 5 correctly identified artifacts. That's going to be very nice for the points, but as well, as the ranking point, which pushes them up in the qualification rankings, which are very important for the playoff section of our tournament. But let's wait until we see our final results.
As we wait for our final results, let's talk a little bit about what a ranking point is and how it works and how it's helpful. In FGC, you can get up to 6 ranking points in a match. For winning for winning that match, you can get 3 ranking points. If you tie, each alliance that was versing can get 1 ranking point each. There's also 3 ranking points you can get for different skills-based challenges. It looks like we might have a score, so I'll explain those a bit later.
Score coming in. It is a win for the Red Alliance. Red Alliance winning with a score of 89 to 88.
So close.
3 ranking points for the Red Alliance, 0 for the Blue Alliance.
Very well fought from both sides there.
All right, we are going to move right over to Qualification 9 over on Field 1 on the Red Alliance. I have Team 3045.
That is Clockwork from Forest Glen, Queensland.
I also have Team 15215.
The Murray Bridge Bunyips from Murray Bridge, South Australia.
Over here on my Blue Alliance, I have Team 23636.
That's the Pimble Bees from Pimble, New South Wales.
Rounding out the Blue Alliance, I have Team 19296.
That's 3MB from North Curl, New South Wales.
Are you good?
All right.
Oh, there's a bit of debris if you want to pick that up. Okay. Hands off controllers.
We're going to randomize. Oh.
Stop.
Now we're going to randomize our motif. And we have a green, purple, purple. All right, we are going to get underway in 3, 2, 1, decode.
I see 3 from Clockwork. That's 1, 2. Are they going to get the 3rd from Murray Bridge? Not quite. It looks like another 2 from Clockwork. Meanwhile on our Blue Alliance, plenty of artifacts going in. I see 2 overflow. That means 11 just right now in autonomous. 3MB is going to go for more. 1, 2, 3. Very, very well done. And another 2 from Pimble. Oh my goodness. That was incredible. That's 4 leads across the board. This is shaping up to be a very intense match. Let's see what happens. I see Clockwork racing over to their human player station, trying to collect their overflow artifacts. Meanwhile, 3MB going around the field, picking up the stray artifacts, trying to launch them into their goal. Pimbee's shooting, missing a couple. Wow, 4 consecutively from the Red Alliance. The Blue Alliance goal, the gate has been opened. They're trying to collect those overflows and scoring them back into the field. Clockwork absolutely racing around the field. They're very quick. Those 3 just missing. I see the Murray Bridge Bunyips. They have some artifacts they want to try and score. That's 1. Oh, that second one misses, and the 3rd goes in. Very well done. 3MB and Pimble Bees, a very coordinated attack on their Blue Alliance goal. Oh, a big crunch heard. And Blue Alliance's gate has been opened once again. It's currently 85 to 90. It's so close with 50 seconds left. It's still anyone's game. .3MB, their robot Oasis, They're lined up ready to shoot. And Pimblebee's robot Bumblebee shooting and scoring. Meanwhile, Clyde, Clockwork's robot, absolutely flying around the field. They bump Pimblebees and they miss that shot. And now it's endgame. We have 15 seconds left. Let's see what happens at the end of this match. It's so close. 111 to 107. Sorry, 112 to 107. There is 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1.
That is the end of qualification 9 over here on field 1.
I see some partial parks.
This game will hinge on a couple of different climbs and penalties that will be figured out by our head referee. Whilst we're waiting for those referees to confirm everything that happened in that match, I'll explain a bit more about those 3 extra ranking points I was talking about before. We can get the movement ranking point. That ranking point comes from the amount of points that you earn from leaving these triangular zones, these launch zones, during the autonomous period, as well as base points, which is returning to those red and blue squares near the front of the field. If you get 21 points or above, those autonomous and endgame periods, then you can get that movement ranking point. I think we have our scores for qualification 9. Looks like it is a win to the Red Alliance with an 138-point score.
Very well played from the Blue Alliance. Not too far behind. Even foul points across the board. Went so quiet just then.
Heading on over to qualification match number 10. Almost ready to get started over on this side of the field. We'll start off with the Red Alliance.
What team? You good? Yeah, sorry.
On the Red Alliance, we have, starting us off, 15210.
That's the Robo-Roo's Fruit Choc Pharaohs from Tonsley, South Australia.
Joining them, we have 11143.
That's the Barker Pinkbacks from Waitara, New South Wales.
Over on the other side of the field, starting us off, it's 27574.
That's Wallaby from Norwest, New South Wales.
And rounding us out, it's 11258.
Barker Orangebacks from Hornsby, New South Wales.
About to randomize teams. Keep those hands up and away from those controllers. Randomizing, and we have green, purple, purple. Already got it. Geniuses. Keep those hands away from the controllers. Getting a thumbs up from our referees. Thumbs up from our head referee, timekeeper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
I see Orangebacks trying to shoot and score. They get 1 for their alliance. Meanwhile, Pingbacks and the Fruit Choc Pharaohs trying to shoot and score. Looks like Wallaby's trying to collect some extra artifacts.
They've got 3. Well, they've got 3. Yeah.
But maybe their shooter isn't activated. Let's see what happens in the teleop period.
Pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
The Pinkbacks robot Pepper going to the human player station to collect some artifacts, and they shoot 2 for 3. Meanwhile, Orangebacks shooting and scoring for the Blue Alliance. They shoot 1 for 3, missing, unfortunately, on either side. The Orangebacks robot Nemo shooting and scoring very effectively. The Fruit Choc Pharaohs also shooting and scoring for the Red Alliance. Pinkbacks shooting very nicely from the far launch zone. And another 3 from the pink backs. And another 3 from the orange backs on the opposite alliance. A nice 3 shots from the orange backs. And it looks like we have a rubber band on the field. We have 40 seconds left in this match. Still plenty of time to shoot some artifacts before we're worrying about returning to base. The Robo-Roos shooting that shot. A nice 3 again from the orange backs. Now that's the sound of endgame. Pinkbacks looking to score a few more artifacts from their human player. 2 for 3. That's pretty good.
8 seconds.
Not long left.
Standing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game. Well done, teams.
Final shot, unfortunately.
So, which one is spinning?
It's close. It's 62 to 69. Let's see if that final shot would have made the difference.
That does serve as a reminder to teams. Be careful that your robot is turned off the moment that match ends. We did say it in the drivers meeting, but the moment that match ends, your drivers should be hovering over that stop button so you don't accidentally have any more inputs for your robot. That is a minor foul when your robot is moving beyond that end buzzer.
We have another reminder for all teams in the competition today. We have already had multiple teams who have left the field and they have not given us back our artifacts. That's not very nice. We only have so many artifacts. We'd really like to keep all of our artifacts on the field. So if you are on a team that has taken an artifact accidentally, please give us back our artifacts. And if you have not and you just needed the reminder, please remember, we want to keep our artifacts on the field. Please help us to keep doing that.
Results in and is a win for the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance wins 94 to 81. 3 ranking points, 0 for the Red Alliance.
All right, we are going to move right along over to Field 1 for Qualification 11. On the Red Alliance, I have Team 23875.
That's Pimbotics from Pimble, New South Wales.
I also have Team 27262.
That's Artemis Celine from Sydney, New South Wales.
On the Blue Alliance, I have Team 30070.
That is Iron Cobs from Forest Glen, Queensland.
And joining them to round out the Blue Alliance, I have Team 3781.
And that's Helix Black from Box Hill, Victoria.
I'm looking for all teams to be ready to go. Give me a thumbs up. I'm looking for thumbs up for all my teams. We are going to randomize our motif.
Excuse me.
All right, one of our teams has requested a 2-minute. They have not requested it. They've been given a 2-minute warning. So we will give them 2 minutes. All right, we are going to re-randomize our motif. Yes. All right, we have our motif. We've already randomized it, so I'm looking for thumbs up from my referees. I have thumbs up, so we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
Ping. So what is that? So that's, sorry, Packbot. That is Iron Cobs shooting and scoring from downtown. Some crazy shots there.
I'll talk about the intake later.
I don't know how they don't know that.
Looks like there might be a little collision across the midline. That was a bit hard to track.
Pick up your controllers.
Let's see what happens in the teleop period.
2, 1.
We have Pimbotics collecting some artifacts for their alliance. They shoot and score 2 for 3. Meanwhile, Helix Black with their robot Bing Bing fadeaway. They're coming back to score for their alliance. Pimbotics shooting and scoring very well for their Red Alliance. Iron Cubs shooting and scoring for their alliance. Helix Black just not quite shooting hard enough. Haley, our referee, getting attacked. Pimbotics gets a nice 3 for 3. Artemis Celine's robot Steph Curry shooting but just missing. Nice shot there from Helix Black. The blue gate has been opened by Iron Cubs. Very nice shots there from Pimbotics. Helix Black shoots and scores. And again, that's 3 for 3. Very nice. Very nice shot there from Artemis Celine. And another 2 out of 3 for Pimbotics. Meanwhile, another 2 for Iron Cubs. And that's the sound of endgame. There's 15 seconds left. Our team's going to try and park. We got 8 seconds left. Let's count down.
We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. we have reached the end of our qualification 11. We will let our referees make sure they can confirm any of our scores. Whilst we do that, a reminder for anyone who has a media certification, please do not be coming into our first row, only in our second row and backwards. Following on, we're talking a little bit about ranking points. I'll tell you about some of the extra ranking points get outside of winning. We have something called a goal ranking point, which I don't think we've seen today yet. That is the number of artifacts. Those are those purple and green waffle balls that you can see. If you score 42 artifacts in a game through your red goal or your blue goal, so the blue alliance and the blue goal, the red alliance and the red goal. If they score 42 or more of those artifacts, you will get a ranking point. You can also get the pattern ranking point. That relates to that motif that we randomized at the beginning of each match. You can score these artifacts in any pattern you want, but if you score it in the order that you are looking for, so that's green, purple, purple, green, purple, purple, green, purple, purple, or whatever pattern it is, so purple, purple, green, purple, purple, green, purple, purple, green. If you score those balls in that pattern, if you score 22 or more of those balls in that pattern, you'll get the pattern ranking point, which scans out that third additional ranking point you can get from not just winning. We'll look at the scores here for qualification 11. It looks like it's a win to the Blue Alliance. 143, that's a pretty high score. So along with those 3 ranking points that they get from winning that match, they've also gotten that movement ranking point, which means that the points that they accrued during the autonomous and endgame period was over 21.
All right, we've got 4 teams over here on field number 2 for qualification match number 12. Starting us off on the red side of the field, we have team 15144, Artemis Luna. Joining them on the red lines, it's 23771, Exotech. Over on the blue side of the field, starting us off with 25614, it's Green Bot Builders. And rounding out our team for this match, it's 31243, Creator Academy. All right, teams, hands up away from those controllers. So we can randomize. Keep those hands away from the controllers. We are at purple, green, purple. Fantastic. Hands away from those controllers. And we're going to get a thumbs up from our referees. Thumbs up from our head referee. Timekeeper. I can't see. Awesome. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. Decode. Phoenix Tech, Creator Academy, heading out towards the outside of the loading zone. Major foul there against Artemis. Their autonomous has taken them to the other side of the field. Second major foul there. As we know, going to the other side of the field will get you fouled there. So 3 major fouls. Start off with the Red Alliance. A lot to come back from that.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Artemis, be careful there. Starting early before that teleoperator bell rang. Need to be careful of those there. Artemis picks up 3. Looking to shoot there. Being defended quite vigorously by the green bot builders. I almost got hit by Exotech.
That's out. Thank you.
Exotech, unfortunately there. Shooting from outside the launch zone does earn their team another penalty. Haley, our referee, doing some dodging. 3-1-2-4-3. Creator Academy going to shoot. 1, 2. Gets one of them in. Shoots all 3. Artemis, 2 artifacts in. Looking to shoot. Phoenix Tech. Some powerful defense there. Green Bot Builders defending against Exotech there. Nicely done. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go. Halfway through our teleoperator period. Artemis lining up to shoot and goes in. Very nicely done again. One more. The other third doesn't quite get in there. 50 seconds left to go. Green Bot Builders looking to pay a bit of defense here against Exotech. Although that's one in for Exotech. 40 seconds left to go, teams. Green Bot Builders continuing their defense against Artemis, looking to shoot 1, 2. Nicely done. Coming off clean into the goal as they get attacked by Artemis on the defensive there. Exotech sends it out into our field resetters. 20 seconds left. That is the start of the end game for our teams here. 15 seconds. We'll see what they can do. We have Exotech lining up. So is Artemis. 8 seconds left to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game. Well done, teams.
You might be back. 3 contacts in order, right?
A lot of fouls in that game. A reminder to teams. Some common fouls we saw there. 1 for a contact on the opposing side of the field during the autonomous period. That is a major foul for each contact. We also saw at the end there, once again, moving after the teleoperator period has ended. You need to stop your robot right on that buzzer. Otherwise, you will get that minor foul. And then the one we did see was shooting from outside the launch area. So common fouls there. Seeing what the heck. And that will be maybe the decider for this game. It is a win for the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance wins a score 138-82. 70 foul points to 35. Although without those 70, without all the fouls, it still would have been the Blue Alliance's win over the field and won.
All right, moving right along, we have qualification 13 over here on field 1. On the Red Alliance, I have team 18363. That's team Rice from Pymble, New South Wales. Joining them on the Red Alliance, I have team 11148. That is the Barker Greybacks from Hornsby, New South Wales. Over there on the Blue Alliance, I have team 11146. That's the Barker Redbacks from Hornsby, New South Wales. Versus team 18359. That is the Pymble Lion Cubs from Pymble, New South Wales. That's a lot of Pymble and a lot of Barker for qualification 13. We will wait for final checks and balances. All right. It looks like we have all 4 robots locked and loaded. So we are going to randomize our motif. And we have a purple-green-purple configuration. I'm looking for thumbs up from my referees. I have a thumbs up from my head referee. So we are going to get our autonomous started in 3, 2, 1. Decode. Immediately, we have 3 of our 4 robots moving. We have 18362, that's Team Rise. That looks like they might be stuck or something. We have 11146, that's the Barker Redback, shooting quite a few artifacts from that front launch zone. They're paired with 18359. They're also shooting quite a few. That's the Lion Cubs. In the meantime, we have 11148. That's the Barker Greybacks who have picked up another 3 artifacts. They're trying to launch from that launch zone. 1, 2.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
With the beginning of our teleoperated period, we have all 4 robots moving straight away as the Barker Redbacks immediately open that gate to try and get rid of all of those artifacts. We have the Lion Cubs lining up to shoot 3 of their artifacts into that purple zone, the blue zone, sorry. They shoot 2 of their purple artifacts, miss 1, and move the Barker Greybacks bit of defense there, trying to get them to miss some of their shots into the red alliance goal as the Redbacks shoot off another one to compensate. We've got 18363, that's Rise, shooting 1, 2, and missing the 3rd artifact into that red goal. We have quite a flurry of artifacts from both of our alliances coming through in this match. It'll probably be quite a high-scoring match as the Red Alliance goal is opened, but only a couple go out into that secret tunnel as Rise shoots another one to compensate. We have the Barker Redbacks who are loading up on green artifacts in that corner depot at the front there, shooting and missing both of those green artifacts as they load up on some purple ones instead. We'll see if they can get some of those patterns in. They shoot 1, 2, and 3. Looking at the front of the field, we have the Lion Cubs shooting 2, whilst we have the Greybacks, trying to load up some extra artifacts into their own alliance. They have quite a fun little turret spinner situation. They're able to actually serialize those artifacts and choose which ones they spin out to try and get rid of that, get more of those pattern points. As Rise tries to line up, they're getting defended pretty heavily by their fellow team from Pimble Ladies College. That is the Pimble Lion Cubs. They shoot off and they get most of their artifacts in anyway, as the Redbacks shoot from way down the front of the field and shoot and score. We have 25 seconds left and it's incredibly close here on field 1. That's the beginning of our endgame period. That's the period where we want to be shooting any final artifacts into those shots, but we also want to be parking in those depots at the front of the field, those red and blue squares. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the match. This is an incredibly close match over on field 1 for qualification 13. We will see what of the parks are counted. That's probably going to be what decides the match.
I might have missed like 2 classes.
Can't do anything.
Whilst we wait for our final scores, a reminder, it's really hot today. A reminder to be drinking some water, making sure you're hydrated. Because of how close this game is, we got to really doubly check, make sure that all of those fouls, if any fouls have been recorded, any scores that have been recorded are definitely correct. Sorry, definitely correct. Looks like we might be double checking a rule. As we get further through this competition, you see this is qualification 13. We have 63 qualification matches. In each of these qualification matches, you're collecting those ranking points, which will go towards our total rankings, which will go towards our alliance selection. It looks like we have results. It looks like it is a score to the Red Alliance. Oh my gosh, that's an incredibly close score.
To the question box for that one. Don't. And
An incredible match there. On field 1 for qualification match number 13. Almost ready to head on over to qualification match number 14.
There's a refresh. Yeah.
Can all of our field staff that have an iPad please refresh your iPad? Please refresh your iPads. Thank you. Refresh the page. The Wi-Fi might have dropped.
Now, because this qualification match was so incredibly close and was decided with a lot of fouls, we are going to have a bit of time purely because we have a lot of questions to make sure that all of those fouls are understood and confirmed. So it is probably going to take a second before we can get started on qualification 14. There have been some questions that we're definitely making sure are correct, just in terms of a couple scoring different things. A lot of minor fouls were given out. That's why we had all of those massive penalty violations. So we're just trying to make sure that those minor fouls that were given out are all correctly divided. There are a lot of different protected zones on the field, and they're not all protected on the same side of the field. So we're just making sure that all of the penalties were given in the correct space.
All right, while we're waiting, let's get our teams introduced. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have 24961.
That's Wombat.
Joining them, we have 18306.
That's Stem Cells.
Over on the blue side of the field, it's 19296.
3MB.
And rounding out our teams for this match, it's 24736.
The Murray Bridge Lizards.
I'm going to get off the field.
We have a lot of people here who might be parents or aren't quite sure exactly how all of the rules of this game work. So let's talk about a couple of them whilst we wait for these penalties to be decided or discussed and clarified. We have a couple different markings on our field. We have these big white marked triangles. We've got a big one at the back and a small one at the front. Those mark out our launch zones. If your robot is touching this or inside these two areas at any point in the match, you're allowed to shoot these artifacts, these purple and these green waffle balls, into the goals. If you're outside of those two diamond/triangle shaped zones, you're actually not allowed to shoot any of those artifacts into those goals. We also have these white squares in the front corners of the field. Those are areas where the human player, those students who are allowed to introduce artifacts into the field, there are those zones where they're allowed to load those artifacts into the field, and then the robots are allowed to intake those artifacts into their robot. They're not allowed, the human player is never allowed to touch the robot themselves. That's a safety thing. So they're only allowed to introduce the artifact that the robot can then pick up. We have a couple other zones on the field as well. You might see these red and these blue marked little skinny rectangles in the corners outside of these big ramps. Those are called the secret tunnels. So when you have scored all of your artifacts into these big ramps, you can open these black gates here and those balls will flow out into the secret tunnel. That just gives your alliance some extra balls you can pick up, or the other alliance some extra balls they can pick up. When you score into these goals, you keep them in there, you can score in patterns. That can help you get points towards that pattern ranking point, which can help you.
All right, teams. Ready for... Let's get our hands off and we will randomize. Gonna go for purple, purple, green. Hands away from those controllers. Let's get a thumbs up from our referees. Timekeeper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
Team 24961 and their robot Slay shooting and just missing. Meanwhile, 3MB shooting 3. They're going for some more. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. And it looks like Stem Cells also shooting and scoring 3. And unfortunately, the two red robots have collided. 3MB almost getting that last one. Looks like they're going to park off the launch line. So they're going to get their leave bonus. We have 2 leaves for the Red Alliance. Sorry, the Blue Alliance. Stem Cells shooting and scoring with their alliance partner Wombat. Very well done. Meanwhile, on our Blue Alliance, a very empty gate as they've just let all of the artifacts out. 18306. That's Stem Cells and their robot Cypher launching plenty of artifacts in And they're emptying their gate now, trying to get even more classified artifacts. The Murray Bridge Lizards shooting and scoring for the Blue Alliance. A nice 3 shots there from 3MB. Some nice shots there from the Murray Bridge Lizards with their robot Lil Bro 5000. Cypher absolutely ripping around the field. And they empty their gate once again. Stem Cells picking up more artifacts from the human player station. Meanwhile, Murray Bridge Lizards also shooting and showing. Oh, it looks like Wombat has a wire wrapping around one of their motors. Nice shots there from the Murray Bridge Lizards. That's 20 seconds left. Teams are going to return back to base to get their bonus points and try and get the movement ranking point. We have 8 seconds left. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Whilst those referees continue to clarify the scores, I'll keep talking to you about the different areas on the field. We have a lot of different taped areas that I haven't talked about yet that are protected areas. So anything that is colored tape, that is these boxes at the front, that is these double equal sign kind of looking things on either side of the field, and our secret tunnels, these really long skinny bits on either side of the field, as well as this white square at the front, that's those deeper areas. All of those are protected zones. What does that mean? It means that if I am, say, a Blue Alliance robot and I'm in my blue taped off area protected zone and a red bot tries to hit me and defend me, they're going to get penalized because I'm in a protected area. Similarly, if I was a red robot and I'm in my red protected zone next to my red gate and I got hit, that's also a penalty. So we also have to be really careful about how we're defending in this game to make sure that we are not getting any minor penalties, also any major penalties, to be fair. Because not only is it not fun to have your score changed by penalties, it also means you can lose the match. We actually have had quite a few matches today already. We've only had 14, and we've already had quite a few matches that have been decided because of penalty points. I think we have a score over on Qualification 14. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance on Field 2. That's Qualification 14. That is a huge score, 127 points. We're going to move right over to Qualification 15 on Field 1. I'm going to introduce my Red Alliance. On the Red Alliance, I have Team 11-1-44.
That's the Barker Bluebacks.
Joining them, I have Team 27-57-4.
That is Wallaby.
On my Blue Alliance, I have Team 23-36-9.
It's the Fluffy Terminators.
And rounding out my 4 teams on the Blue Alliance, I have Team 31-7-84.
WSHS Robotics.
I'm looking for a thumbs up from all our teams.
Controllers.
All right, our randomized motif is green, purple, purple.
Still hands off controllers, don't touch.
What is happening? So we have had a rule clarified. That's what's happened. That's why one of our referees is unable to join us at the moment. He's clarifying one of the rules that has been questioned, and we've been trying to find what the rule was. And that relates to wireless communication that isn't via your drive station. Not on, not allowed. So if you think, oh, let's just connect, I don't know, my iPhone from the stands, or well, let's connect a random button so we can control some LEDs or something, don't, because that's not allowed. And we don't want to disqualify your robot just because you had a button to control a fire LED setting. It looks cool, but it wouldn't be nice to disqualify your very nice, very functional robot just because of some pretty LEDs that we were controlling via a button. But I think we might... Where are my referees? No, I'm still messing with referee. Whilst we clarify that rule, I'm going to go over some points. We have all these artifacts on the field, some purple and some green ones. There are a couple ways we can score in this game. The first one's, ooh, we have all our referees, doesn't matter. We can get started then. We will re-randomize our motif. And we'll get a purple, green, purple. All right, I'm looking for a thumbs up. I have all my needed thumbs up, so we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
Fluffy Terminator's shooting for the sky. Unfortunately missing. But Wavell State shooting and almost scoring. It just bounces out. Meanwhile, on our Red Alliance. Oh, that's very close to the launch line.
I thought that were in, yeah.
We have 4 artifacts for red and 1 for blue. But right now it's very peaceful.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Let's see where this match goes in teleop.
1.
A nice shot there from Fluffy Terminators. Barker Bluebacks collecting those artifacts from the field and the human PlayStation. Wavell State shooting and scoring for the Blue Alliance. And Bluebacks for the Red Alliance. Some nice shots there from Fluffy Terminators again with their robot Byzantium. Wavell State shooting and scoring again. Very well done from the Fluffy Terminators and from the Bluebacks. Both gates opening at the same time. Everyone wants to try and get the bonus points from the classified artifacts. Oh, almost in from Wavell State High School. Looks like there's some defense between Wavell State High School and Barker Bluebacks. We're just about in the endgame period. Teams are going to try and return. Oh, that was not a good sound. And I've been hit. We've got 10 seconds left. 75 to 67. It's going to be close.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's close. It's going to come down to these parking bonuses.
All right. Back to how can we score in this game? There's not just ranking points, there are actual points. Those are the points that you can see getting racked up on the screen. Now, if you lead, so when you start the match, you have one team that has to start touching our red or our blue alliance goal. We have one team that has to be touching our launch zone, our mini triangle launch zone at the front. If you leave those zones, you get 3 points, but only if you leave those points during the autonomous period. We're going to get our scores locked and loaded for our qualification match. It looks like it is a win to the Red Alliance. That is a very close. Decided again on fouls.
Bum, 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 bum. All right, teams, we are here for qualification match number 16. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, it's 18611.
It's Black Bots.
Joining them, we have a 18360.
It's Pimble Pride.
That scared me. Please don't move your robots while I'm on the field. On the blue side of the field, starting us off, it's 26716.
St. Lawrence College.
And rounding us out, it's 23334.
Trial and Error.
All right, teams. Get those hands. Never mind, I lied. I am a liar. Whoa, whoa. That's my impression of the field fault sound. Haley, there is a unicorn stalking you. I'm the head ref now. I've stolen Max's role.
Break somebody alert first, it's not qualified.
Yes.
What is the plus button doing here?
All right, teams. Hands up, away from the controllers. Let's randomize. And we are in purple, purple, green. All right, keep those hands up. Thumbs up from our referees. Timekeeper.
Zoe.
Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
Our robot from Trial and Error shooting and scoring 3. Meanwhile, Pinball Pride also scoring 3. Another 2 on each. Pinball Pride scoring some more. And they accidentally hit their gate. Oh, a big collision on red side.
That was weird. That's red and red.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3,
Let's see what happens in Teleop.
1.
It's 25 to 24, very even. Let's see who's going to take this one.
Just you. Yeah.
A very nice catch from our head referee, Max. Oh, there's a lot of traffic in the top of this close launch zone. Oh, I've been hit.
Already one to red.
A lot of congestion. St. Lawrence's College with their very large robot trying to put on some defense onto Pinball Pride. Meanwhile, Trial and Error shooting and scoring for their alliance. The Black Spot's trying to line up and score. Pinball shoots and scores 3 for 3. Some nice shots from Pinball and from Trial and Error. Black Spot's just missing. Sorry, that was St. Lawrence's College. The red gate has been opened again. We have 35 seconds left. Looks like a lot of contact. Very nice shots there. And that's the sound of end game. Teams going to be trying to return back to base. They want their ranking points.
10 seconds
That's what it's all about. We got 8 seconds left. Let's count it down, James.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game. Well done, teams.
Marshall.
Another reminder to teams, got to turn those robots off at the end of the match. If they are still on, that is a minor penalty. We saw at the end there, once again, got to be very, very careful around those base zones at the end of the match. If either team is partially in that base area in the last 20 seconds and there is contact between two different teams, it is a major penalty and the fully inside the base points for the affected team. They're going to be very, very careful. Because even whether or not they intend to park, no matter how much they're in, as long as they're a little bit in, that is the penalty. So, very big penalty there. Match results to come soon. Results are in, and it is a win for the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance wins 172 to 110. And as we said, it did come down to 80 points of fouls.
All right. We are going to move right along over to qualification 17 over on field 1. We are making sure all of our robots are on the field. I'm going to introduce you to my teams on the Red Alliance. I have team 23636.
It's the Pimble Bees.
Joining me on the Red Alliance is team 30070.
The Iron Cubs.
Now, over on my Blue Alliance here, I have team 18228.
The Red Bot Builders.
Rounding out my Blue Alliance, I have team 10517.
Emu Robotics.
Now, I am looking for some thumbs up from teams so that we can randomize our motif.
Question box cam.
Yeah.
We might have another connection issue over here for, I think, the Pimble Bees. We'll see if we're able to fix that one up. We've had a couple connection issues over the couple qualification matches. Make sure that all of those connections are solid.
It also seems that a human hit player has been loaded into the human player zone. As we can see, the human in the player zone.
All right. It looks like we have figured out all of our connection issues, which means we have thumbs up from all of our teams.
Hands off control.
We are going to randomize our motif. It is a purple, green, purple. All right, I have thumbs up from all of our referees and our head referees. So we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We have all 4 robots moving and shooting, it seems. Artifacts flying everywhere. It looks like we have 3 for red. Sorry, make that 5 for red. And 2 for blue. Now we're at 7 for red. Looks like blue's going for a little more. Oh, those 2 just bounce out for the Red Alliance.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
Looks like we have some leave bonuses for red and for blue.
1.
The red gate has been opened. Red bot builders. Oh, a big collision there. And it looked like Pimble Bees was just stopped from going into the launch zone, causing a penalty. I see Iron Cobbs' robot Packbot running around the field, looking for your artifacts to collect. And a nice catch from our referee, Ewan. An amazing catch from Lewin. Lots of contact in this launch zone.
Red. The gate zone is blue. Oh, yeah, I have a different one then.
It looks like the red gate has been opened. There's a lot of robots over there trying to get all the artifacts. Packbot shooting and scoring. Packbot shooting and scoring again. That's 20 seconds left. We've got a full red ramp. We have 13 seconds left. Looks like Pimblebees is parked. Let's count it down.
For that final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, we have a very nice ascent there from Emu, making it very easy for the red bot builders to get a partial park. Meanwhile,
All right.
refs taking a look at the Red Alliance.
One of the ways you can be scoring in this game is by parking. That's the final thing you should be thinking about doing in your match. That's part of the end game. Those are those blue and red squares near the front of our field. You can see all of our 4 robots trying to park in there. You can get awarded for a partial park. That's if part of your robot, but not all of your robot, is contained within that zone. You can also get a full park. That is if your entire robot is fully contained within that zone. Now, some of the different ways you can get a partial park is also if, in the case of any robot that's lifted up, if they've then collapsed onto a robot beneath them, if they cannot be proven to be supported entirely by their own mechanism, if they're supported in any way by another robot that is on the floor, it can be counted as a partial park. So we'll see whether this Blue Alliance, whether they've been awarded a full and a partial, or whether they've been awarded 2 partials. We'll see. With our scores locked in for our qualification match, it is a win to the Red Alliance. A massive score of 186 and 4 ranking points. That shoots 30-0-70 all the way up to 3rd in our qualification ranking system. A reminder that we will have 8 alliances in our playoffs, which means the top 8 ranked alliances will be picking their alliance partners for our playoffs. A reminder that during our qualification matches, you can be scouting. That's figuring out the different skills of each of our robots so that you can figure out the best and most compatible robot to be picking during alliance selection.
All right, we are over here on field number 2 for qualification match number 18 out of the 26 qualification matches we're going to be having today. Of course, we have 63 qualification matches throughout this tournament. Another 40 to go tomorrow before we hop into our alliance selection. As we know, those rankings come important for the top 8 getting to choose their alliance partners. But as we know, teams from outside of that top 8 and even outside of that top 16 can very often get picked. Nonetheless, let's go into introducing our team. Starting us off with the Red Alliance, we have 30405.
Clockwork.
Joining them, it's 11506.
The Flaming Tacos.
On the other side, we have 24089.
The Iron Lions.
And rounding us out, it is 15210.
Robo Rouge Fruit Choc Pharaohs.
Ah, yeah. And I filled up this drink bottle earlier, so. Where is Robert?
All right, hands off controls. We're randomizing. I heard one of the teams chanting green, purple, purple. It is purple, purple, green. Keep those hands off those controllers. Thumbs up from our referees, timekeeper, and head referee. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
Oh my goodness. Artifacts flying everywhere on both sides of the field. Oh, it looks like Iron Lions might be caught on their gate. Clockwork on their alliance. They get past 11506. It looks like 5 artifacts to each team at the end of Autonomous. The only difference, it looks like, is the pattern scoring.
later, yeah.
Currently, Clockwork transferring the artifacts from their human player station into the red goal with extreme efficiency. On the blue alliance, we have Iron Lions shooting and scoring, but they're getting defended. Clockwork is all over them. Meanwhile, Clockwork also get defended. The Flaming Tacos and their robot, El Taco, currently looking for artifacts to collect. They shoot and just miss. Iron Lions opening up their gate. We have 45 seconds left. It's 60 to 52. It's anyone's game. 3 for 3 from Iron Lions and the robot Tormentum, which means cannon in Latin. Another 2 while being defended by the Flaming Tacos. Very impressive. We have 20 seconds left. We're going into endgame. Teams are going to try and park. Looks like our ramp on blue is almost full. Oh, it's very close to some contact in the zones. Let's count it down, James.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the game. Well done, teams.
A very, very close park there at the end for blue. Oh, sorry, red.
It's tilted.
Oh, wow. That's a very nice mechanism there. 15210, that's the Robo-Roo's Fruchok Pharaohs. They've tilted their robot up. So their footprint looks to be about a third the width of their robot. Very well designed. Makes it very easy for Iron Lions to park.
Results for that match coming in shortly. Results are in, and it is a win to the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance winning score of 97 to 95. Very, very close there. 15 foul points was the differentiator. Very, very close in every other part. 24089 maintains their position in 4th with 4 ranking points.
All right, we are going to move right over to Qualification 19 over here on Field 1. I'm going to introduce you to my teams. On the red lights, I have team 32920.
That's the Robo-Roo's Fossil Fizzers.
I also have joining them on the red alliance team 14380.
The Blue Bot Builders.
Over here on my blue alliance, I have team 11258.
The Barker Orangebacks.
Rounding out my blue alliance, I have team 19450.
Your rank 1 team, it's Splitbot.
All right. Doesn't matter. It looks like we have a question in our question box. So we are going to wait a second before we get started because we do need our head referee before we can randomize our motif and get started. I'm getting my trusted book. All right, whilst they are talking and clarifying from that question, we're going to keep talking about different ways you can be scoring in this game. There are 3 different ways that you can get scored by your artifacts getting scored into these goals. You can have a classified artifact. That is an artifact that has been shot, gone through the goal, rolled down through this square here and into our patented area. That's a classified artifact that will get you 3 points in autonomous and 3 points in teleop. It's the same if you score one of those artifacts. You can also get an overflow artifact. Overflow artifacts are artifacts that have, if we have a full pattern, that is this whole area is full, we can have balls that run over the top. Those are overflow artifacts. You get 1 point per overflow artifact scored. There's one more. There's depot artifacts. You can also get 1 point, but you can only get those during the teleoperated period.
I think an equally cool fact is that Orange-Back's robot is called Nemo.
Have our head referee back. We are going to randomize our motif. We have a purple, purple, green motif. I have thumbs up from my head referee. So we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
Split bot taking off, trying to score. Orange backs shooting, just missing. There's so much going on. It's so confusing. Looks like blue bot builders are lining up, scoring 2 for 3. Some nice shots there from the blue backs. 1 for 3 there from the blue bot builders. Let's see what the fossil fizzers are going to do. The red gate has been opened. Fossil fizzers collecting some artifacts from the floor. And the orange backs collecting them from the human player zone. They want to try and shoot and score, but there's a lot of congestion in this area, lots of traffic.
Red, blue, blue.
2 nice shots there from Nemo. Fossil Fizz shooting and scoring. It looks like some shots getting defended there from the orange backs. And it looks like the blue bot builders might have shot outside the launch zone. Unfortunately, those shots don't quite make it from the orange backs. Split bot looks like they're fully loaded. They're trying to shoot and score. Blue bot builders scoring nicely. We have just under 40 seconds left. Still plenty of time for robots to score their classified artifacts. Currently, the red gate is empty. Let's see if they can classify some artifacts for the pattern points. And that's the sound of endgame. Teams want to be heading over towards those bases to try and get some ranking points. We have 8 seconds left. Let's count it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That looked like a very nice park there. And it looks like they levered up. So only about a third of their robot is their footprint. That is very impressive. Makes it very easy for the the blue bot builders to park. On our blue alliance, it looks like we've got a full and a partial park. 108 to 39. Let's see which way this match goes.
We had quite a few artifacts scored in that game. If you're wondering, how does our scoreboard actually work? The thing that we can see at the top of the screen on both of our projectors. We're looking at our score in the middle and our time. And then we can see our 2 team numbers from each side. And then we can see all of the different measures of what we're getting point-wise that can help us towards getting our ranking points. So that's telling us how many balls out of the 42 balls you need to score for ranking points that you've scored, how many robots have parked, and how many patterns have been recorded. I think we might have a score. Yes, we do. Over here for Qualification 19, we have a result, and it is a win to the Red Alliance. That shoots both of our teams up to 4th and 5th in our qualified rankings. We'll shoot on over to Field 2 for Qualification 20.
Thank you. Let's get to our teams for Qualification Match 20. Only about 6 matches left to go. Finishing up a Qualification Match 26 for the day. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, it's 26129.
It's Crowbites.
Joining them, it's 33660.
Bite size.
Over on the other side of the field, they're already too excited. It's 17556.
Vegemite.
And rounding out our teams for Qualification Match 20, it's 15215.
The Murray Bridge Bunyips.
It's been like good. And well,
All right, drivers, hands up away from those controllers as we randomize. Purple, purple, green.
this level, it consumes like 1% per match. It's fine.
That is our current configuration. Lol. Keep those hands up, drivers. Thumbs up from our referee. Thumbs up from our timekeeper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
15215. The Murray Bridge Bunyips shooting and scoring. Just missing those ones. On our Red Alliance, we have 3 classified artifacts. Crowbites just missing there. Not quite enough power.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Our robots are coming back to life. Some nice shots there from Murray Bridge Bunyips. Bite-sized shooting and scoring. Unfortunately, 1 out of 3. The other 2 bounce out. It's team 215 shooting and scoring 3 for their alliance. 33660 doing the same. The red gate is currently the red ramp is currently full. Are they going to empty that gate and try and get more classified artifacts? We'll see. Looks like we have a rubber band on the field. The red gate has been opened. We have just under 35 seconds left. Looks like there were some penalties there around the gate zone. Teams have to be careful around there. Oh, looks like Bunyips might have got pushed out of the launch zone while they were shooting. And that's the sound of endgame. They have 15 seconds left. Teams going back to base. Vegemite looks ready and parked. We have 8 seconds left. Nice final shot there from the Bunyips. Let's count it down.
2, 1. That's the game. Well done, teams.
That's a partial.
A reminder, teams, be very, very careful. A couple of fouls there. After placing artifacts in that human player area. in the launch area during the autonomous period is not allowed, and that is a minor foul per piece. And then those rolling out of that area is an additional minor foul. So be very, very careful there. Again, racking up fouls for shooting outside the launch zone. It's going to be very, very careful of that defense, as those people playing defense are well within their rights to push offending robots out of those launch zones and have them launch from outside that area. Results of that match coming in soon. Results are in, and it is a win for the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance winning 124-115. 4 ranking points to the Blue Alliance, 1 for the Red Alliance. As always, a reminder there, very, very careful on racking up those fouls due to that placement of the artifacts in autonomous period, as well as shooting from outside the launch area.
All right, we are moving right on over to Qualification 21. I'm going to introduce you to my teams on the Red Alliance. I have team 27-62.
That's Artemis Celine.
I also have joining them on the Red Alliance team 11-143.
Barker Pinkbacks.
Over here on the Blue Alliance, I have team 26,000.
Theseus.
And joining them on the Blue Alliance is team 11-505.
The Flaming Galahs.
I think we might have a connection issue. We have a couple of them recently. And whilst we have a connection issue, you know what that means. It means I'm going to explain to you how we can score some points. Oh, it doesn't matter. Looks like we have a connection. We'll talk about scoring points later. We'll actually score some points. All right, I'm looking for some thumbs up so we can randomize our motif. We are going to get a green, purple, purple configuration. I'm seeing thumbs up from my referees and my head referee, so we are going to get underway in 3, 2, 1, decode.
Theseus, shoot and score, 2 for 3. 11505, the Flaming Galahs shoot, I think 1 for 3. Theseus shooting even more. There's another 1. Another 2 for Theseus. And another 1 for Theseus. And another 1.
Pick up your controls. 3, 2, 1.
The Blue Alliance's gate, the ramp is already full.
It will be on the pole mic.
Artemis Celine shooting and just missing. Some solid shots there from Theseus. Very nicely done by Pepper, the Barker Pinkbacks robot. Well done from Pinkbacks once again. And a nice shot there from 11505 and their robot Bob. The Flaming Galahs open their Blue Alliance gate. They want more classified artifacts for the bonus points. Some nice shots there from Pinkbacks. We have 50 seconds left. Very nicely done by the Flaming Galahs. Theseus with another shot from the far launch zone. Looks like Artemis Celine is trying to play some defense on Theseus. And it looks like it worked. Some nice shots there. We have 13 seconds left. Teams going back to base, trying to get those ranking points. Let's count it down.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of qualification 21. A lot of artifacts were scored in that match, so we will make sure that we can double check all of our scores before we get started on any of our results.
Got very, very close there to the 42 artifact threshold. We haven't seen that threshold reached yet this tournament. We got 38 there from the initial count, so very, very close. Unfortunately, not quite there. The pattern count is also quite hard to get. You have to get 11 patterns. But the thing that makes that pattern count a little easier is it is possible to get that pattern count given away due to fouls. So if another team contacts the opposing team's gate or removes one of the opposing team's artifact, they automatically get that.
All right, we have our results for qualification 21 over here on field 1. It is a win to the Blue Alliance. 191 to 68. That repels 11,505 up to 14 and keeps Team Theseus 26,000 in first place with 4 ranking points.
All right, over here on field 22, we're almost ready to get our matches underway. Setting us off on the red side of the field, it's 19296.
3MB.
Joining them on the red lines, it's 23334.
It's Trial and Error.
Heading on over to the blue side of the field, setting us off, it's 23875.
Pimbotics.
And rounding out the alliance, it's 25614.
The Green Bot Builders.
This is our 22nd qualification out of 26, I believe, for today. All right, teams, let's get those hands up and away from the controllers. And we will randomize. Keep those hands up. It is purple, purple, green. And we're good to go. Can we get a thumbs up from our referees, head referee and timekeeper?
Zoe.
Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We've got our robots moving. 3MB shooting and scoring 3 for the Red Alliance. Pimbotics and the Green Bot Builders collectively scoring 2. Currently, Red has a total of 6 in their ramp. 3MB going for another 2, and they get them. Very well done. And it looks like we have 4 out of 4 leave bonuses. Very well done.
3, 2, 1.
Looks like there might have been a human player penalty there. I see 3MB loaded with 3 artifacts. They shoot and score. Meanwhile, I see the Green Bot Builders with 3 artifacts as well. And their robot Pea Shooter. Pea Shooter trying to line up and score. Can they do it? Another 3. Very well done from 3 and B. A nice shot there from Pimbotics. Those other 2 just not quite going in. 3 from 3 and B once again. We have 45 seconds left. 3 and B consistently scoring in this match, and I've been hit. Which robot was that? Oh no, we've lost a shaft collar. Sorry, a gear. It looks like that was trial and error. They've lost their bottom shooter roller. We have 25 seconds left, about to go into endgame. And that's the sound of endgame. Teams are going to be trying to park. Oh no, it looks like green bot builders.
10 seconds left to go.
An interesting looking pin position, but we have 7 seconds. Let's count it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do that? I'll do this.
It's currently 98. Oh, sorry. The scores are still changing. Red is in the lead.
Yeah, I did that.
Looks like we have all partial parks. Red has 5 in their ramp. Looks like they might have the lead here.
Results are in. It is a win to the Red Alliance. Red Alliance wins 116 points to 54, 3 ranking points. It'll see 3MB move up to 18th and 2334 move up to 20th.
All right, we are going to move right on over to Qualification 23. I'm going to introduce to you some of my teams. On the Red Alliance, I have team 18359.
Pinball Lion Cubs.
Joining them is team 18611.
That's the Black Bots.
Now, joining me on the Blue Alliance, I have team 30070.
The Iron Cubs.
And joining them to round out my final Blue Alliance is team 24961.
Wombat. What?
We have
0 minutes ahead.
only if we start now.
Let's go.
All right. It looks like we may have all of our robots connected. Maybe not. Whilst we wait for our robots to be connected, let me explain what our motif is that we randomize all the time. This motif that we randomize does contribute the points that you get with our artifacts. You got to score them in the right pattern to get those 3 points. Otherwise, it's just 1. We have our randomized motif. It is green, purple, purple. And I'm looking for some thumbs up from our referees. Whilst they clarify something. Yes, with our randomized motif, you have to score in those points to score a pattern.
No?
So if you score in that pattern, say we have our current motif is green, purple, purple. If you score in the green, purple, purple pattern in these side metal containers, if you score in those sides, that means that you get 3 points per correct patterned artifact. All incorrectly patterned or incorrectly colored in the pattern balls only get 1. Looks like we have a thumbs up from our head referee. So we are going to get our match underway in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
The Iron Cubs shooting and scoring 1, the other 2 bouncing out. Meanwhile, Pimble Lion Cubs shooting and scoring 3. Iron Cubs gets another one. Lion Cubs getting 2 more. This is a bit confusing. We've got 2 Cubs in this match, but on opposite alliances. Looks like the Lion Cubs safely stop their auto there.
Pick up your control. 3, 2, 1.
Now we've got all our robots moving. The Black Spots robot moving around the field, looking to try and play some defense on the... Who's that? That's the Iron Cubs, sorry. Lion Cubs shooting the first, missing the next 2. Oh, looks like there's some... Oh, no. Looks like Black Spots has lost their intake in a collision and entanglement with Wombat. All those artifacts scored for the Blue Alliance are currently overflowing because their ramp is full. Another big collision. Looks like we have 45 seconds remaining. And it looks like we may have lost Packbot in this match. We have 25 seconds left. Teams rushing to try and score those last few artifacts before they park in the endgame. Speaking of which, teams heading back to base, trying to get those ranking points. Oh no, there's some contact there with Black Spots.
All right, we're going to count down. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I see some parks from both alliances.
All right, you might be able to see at the back of the field, we have some elastics that have fallen off. I'm assuming one of the robots. It might be multiple of the robots. When your robot loses pieces unintentionally, that is not foul. If you were doing it intentionally, you were shooting, say, a harpoon gun or slime or something, you would get a penalty because you're impacting on the field. But because their robot has lost a couple of elastics, that's not a problem. We'll just pick those up and hope that they're able to reset that for the next match. I think we have our results for Qualification 23. Let's see if we can get them on the screen. Here we go. They are locked and loaded. So we have the results, and it is a win to the Red Alliance. 128. That shifts both of the Red Alliance robots up to the 30 and 31 position. Reminder, there are 42 robots in this competition. There's quite a few.
Oh my goodness, we are ahead of schedule. Max, our head referee, having an absolute the time of his life right now. Let's not get him behind schedule. Let's get back on track. 3 more qualification matches to go, starting us off with number 24. We're going to start off on our Red Alliance. Starting us off, it's 30405.
Blockwork.
Joining them, it's 32920.
The Robo-Ruse Fossil Fizzers.
Over on the other side, let's start off on Blue Alliance with 24736.
The Murray Bridge Lizards.
And rounding out our team for the match, it's 27574.
Wallaby. Before we start this match, I just want to introduce a very special robot on the field. 24736's robot is called Lil Bro 5000, and I just want to give them props for their creativity.
Hands are away from controllers, drivers. Randomizing to green, purple, purple. All right, teams. Let's get a thumbs up from our referees, timekeeper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
Clockwork scoring 2, but the third going for the pattern points. They release the gate indeed. They score 3. Unfortunately, not quite in the right pattern. Meanwhile, in the blue ramp, we have 3 artifacts scored. The Murray Bridge Lizard scoring another 3. That looks like 2 leaves for blue, 1 for red.
2, 1.
Our robots moving around the field, trying to score more artifacts. Oh, that didn't sound too good. Looks like Clockwork might have overcompensated. They absolutely demolish our human players. I have to dodge from Lil Bro 5000. Looks like the Robo-Roo's trying to line up and score. Clockwork with a nice clean 3. And the Robo-Roo's with another one. Murray Bridge trying to line up and score. And they do. And they miss the other 2, unfortunately. Clockwork with another clean 3. And they empty their gate. They want to get as many classified artifacts as they can. Robo-Roo's scoring as well. Looks like there was a bit of a collision with a blue robot in the red human player station. That's going to be a penalty. The Red Alliance putting in a lot of work into this ramp. They're trying to get as many artifacts as possible. Murray Bridge just in the launch zone, almost getting pushed out. Unfortunately, Clockwork missing those 3. We have 30 seconds left. 10 seconds to endgame. Clockwork from the far launch zone. And it looks like they might have intentionally canceled those shots because they were off. That's the sound of endgame. Murray Bridge looks like they're already parked. And that looked like a major foul for the Red Alliance.
10 seconds.
Let's count it down, James.
Heading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the game. Turn those robots off, teams.
It looks like we have a good park from Red.
I did that one.
Be careful, teams. Got to remember, turning those robots off after the end. Another minor penalty incurred there for the Blue Alliance.
All right, we are moving right along over to qualification 25 over here on field 1 on the Red Alliance. I have my first team 11506.
They won the Think Award at Brisbane North. It's Flaming Tacos.
Joining them on the Red Alliance, I have team 19450.
The winning alliance first pick at Brisbane South, it was Splitbot.
Now, joining me over here on the Blue Alliance, I have team 33660.
The Sydney South finalist alliance captain, it's Bite Size.
Yeah, my Blue Alliance, I have team 11148.
The finalist alliance first pick and the Innovator Award winner at Sydney South, it's the Greybacks.
It looks like we have no connection issues, but we have refs discussing something. Congrats to everyone who has been able to turn up on the queue on time. It's really helpful if you turn up to the queue on time. It means that we are able to start our matches as soon as we can. It means we're able to actually catch up if we're running behind. It also means that we can run a little bit early. It's also helpful. It's really nice if we can get out of here on time at the end of each day. We're actually waiting for a question from our previous match. So we are going to talk a little bit about what are the technicalities around our endgame. That's our parking area in our bases. Our parking areas are these red and blue squares at the front of our fields. You need to be fully supported entirely by the floor inside of that square. So if you have part of your robot but it's hovering, then of course it's up to the head referee. But theoretically that would be a full park because your robot is fully supported only by the ground inside of that square. If your robot is kind of supported by inside that square, but also kind of supported by not that square, that's a partial park. Now we have our referees back, so we are going to randomize our motif.
Out of nowhere, you're behind the Hands off controllers.
And it is 8, purple, green, purple motif. Remember, that's that pattern that gets you some extra points. I'm seeing thumbs up from all of my referees and my head referee. So we are going to get qualification 25 underway. Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We have a bit of a field issue. One of our robots has been set up. It does need to touch that launch zone, that end plate, but it needs to not overhang the field. We can't have any part of our robot outside of the field. It's a safety thing. We don't want any of our referees or judges or human players or generally drivers to be impacted at all or hurt by any of our robot parts that are outside the field. So that means that when we start and throughout the whole match, we don't want any of our robot pieces to be extending outside the field. So once we are able to fix that one up, we will re-randomize. Because we've had to touch our robot, we'll have to re-randomize, and then we will get qualification 25 underway. All right. It looks like we have fixed that issue. Re-randomizing to a new motif of purple, green, purple again. That's convenient. All right, I'm seeing thumbs up from my referees and my head referee. We are going to get match 25 underway in 3, 2, 1. Decode.
We have our robots taking off. Greybacks scoring 2 out of 3. They're collecting another 3. That's the Flaming Tacos shooting and scoring. Another 3 from Greybacks. Very well done. El Tacos also collecting another 3. Oh no! They accidentally launch outside the zone, but they get their last one. Greybacks comes back. 1, 2, 3. Looks like they have 8 out of 9 artifacts going into teleop. Very well done. Greybacks are opening their ramp. Splitbot shooting and scoring.
Blue and blue.
3 balls in for Greybacks. They open their gate again. They want more bonus points for the classified artifacts. Lots of artifacts going in for the Blue Alliance. Let's see what Red can do. Oh, a direct shot on our head referee. The head of the head referee. Wow. Three, 660 bite size. They score 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, the Greybacks also opening their gate at the same time. They're trying to get pushed by 11506, but they don't care. They keep scoring. Oh, unfortunately, that shot didn't score for bite size, but it still counts for the pattern at the end of the game. Oh no. It looks like bite size has opened the opponent's gate, releasing 7 artifacts. 6 artifacts, sorry. That's going to be 7 major fouls. A big collision between Greybacks and Splitbot, and their robot diverge.
We have 8 seconds left in our endgame period.
And
So
it
count it
down.
down with me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of qualification 25 over here on field 1.
It looks like it might be a close match. 160 to 144.
This is going to come down to how many climbs are counted, how many parks are counted, whether it's full park, whether it's a partial park, whether it's a no park.
And there's going to be a lot of penalties in this one, with the opponent's gate being opened.
A reminder for all of the people present in the field at the moment, or not in the field, in the whole of Macquarie Theatre, we have our final qualification max coming up next on field 2. That is qualification 26. From qualification 27, we'll be starting at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Whoever's announcing this, Red will get a pattern RC for G417. Okay, collect your robots.
All right. Let's have a look at the scores for qualification 25. Okay, the scores are locked and loaded. It looks like it's a win to the Red Alliance. You can see we actually have a 4 ranking point match. That gets them the pattern ranking point. How did they get the pattern ranking point, you might ask? That is because of a violation of G417 by the Blue Alliance. That gets that Red Alliance that pattern ranking point. What does that mean? It means that they opened up that goal of the opposing alliance, and they really are not supposed to do that. So to protect that ability, they get a ranking point if they open up the opposite gates. The gates on the field are those black openable gates that you can stop the artifacts from flowing out into that secret tunnel. I know. It's crazy. Let's go over to qualification 26.
All right, everybody, we're here for the final qualification match of today. 26th qualification match of the day. We've got another just under 40 matches coming your way tomorrow. A reminder that tomorrow we'll be going into our alliance selection phase for our playoff tournament. Playoff part of the tournament. Playoff will be 8 alliances chosen by our top 8 teams. But a reminder that all teams should be present for that because, as we know, teams from anywhere down that ranking order can be picked and chosen for those alliances. Without further ado, let's get to introducing our teams on the field here for qualification match number 26. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have 23636.
They're the winning alliance. First pick of both the Sydney South and North qualifier is Pimple Bees.
And joining them, it's 11146.
It's Barker Redbacks.
Heading on to the blue side of the field. Setting us off, we have 27262.
Artemis Celine.
And running out our teams today, it's 24089.
Iron Lions. Currently ranked number 2.
Oh, it's not even the solo bit. That was really sad. I thought it was the guitar solo bit. Oh. All right, teams. Let's get our robots initialized. Hands off controllers. Randomizing, and we are on purple, purple, green. We have 1 minute. We're going to get our matches done on time for the day. That's fantastic. Got a thumbs up from... Thumbs up from...
Oh, that's going to be a foul. Did they initialize it by touching it?
Just it.
Yeah, the FTA should have done it.
Okay.
Re-randomize.
Re-randomizing. Green, purple, green, purple. Fantastic. Keep those hands away from the controllers. Let's get this match underway. Thumbs up from our head referee, timekeeper, Zoe. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, decode.
We've got artifacts flying around on both sides. It looks like we have 6. Oh, no. Wow. Almost fully classified from the Red Alliance. On the Blue Alliance, Iron Lions trying to collect and score. It looks like Pimblebees is creeping over the line. Oh, no. Okay, they just stop in time. That was almost bad.
3, 2, 1.
It looks like the Red Alliance had, what was that? 7 correctly classified artifacts just in Autonomous. That was very impressive. And a nice quick 3 from the Pimblebees. Wow. That one absolutely flying across the field from the Redbacks. And a bit of defense on the Pimble. Whoa. Iron Lions scoring way over the goal. Whoa. Iron Lions is shooting extremely high. They're still managing to score. Not quite going in from Iron Lions. Meanwhile, Pimblebees shooting and scoring 3 in a row. And as they do that, they unload their gate. It means they can get more classified artifacts. This looks like it's going to be a very competitive match. We have 55 seconds left. Oh, almost going in for Iron Lions. Look at all those artifacts over in the blue human player station. The gate has been unloaded many times. Oh, I'm almost getting hit. Oh no. That's a blue contact in the red gate zone. That's going to be a major foul. Barker Redback successfully defend the Iron Lions. That's the sound of endgame. And I see Iron Lions ascending. Looks like Artemis Celine's going to try and park
10
under
seconds
there.
left.
Oh, it's looking close. Come on. Count it down for us,
5,
James.
4, 3, 2, 1. And what a game.
A very precarious situation for the Blue Alliance. Meanwhile, on red, it looks like we have a full, and I can't
there we
tell
go.
if Pimble's parked or not.
For the first time, it looks like we've got the points scored for those artifacts, getting the RP there. Could be very
Yes.
close to a 6 ranking point
We
game.
actually
I
need
think it could be.
42 or more balls in order to get that artifact ranking point. We've struggled to get that all day. I don't think we've gotten it at all day. So if we do, that'll be, I think, a first for this competition. So we'll see how many ranking points we can get in that match. We might even be able to get 5.
I think this is 6 off today.
So if this is 6 RP, it will be the first 6 ranking point match of the tournament. A fitting way to end the day if it is. So very, very close. We'll have to see.
What an exciting match to finish off the day. Let's take a
All
look.
right. We have our scores locked in, and it looks like it's a win to the Red Alliance with a huge score of...
Almost.
Oh, no, only 5 ranking points.
I will say it is the first time we've got that artifact ranking point. They missed out there on the pattern ranking point,
They
unfortunately.
missed by a single classified artifact. That is so close. Well done.
All right. That was qualification 26 of 63. From 27 onwards, those qualification matches all happening tomorrow morning between 8:30 and 1 p.m. Following 1 p.m., we will have immediately our alliance selection, where our top 8 ranked teams will be choosing their alliance partners. Following alliance selection, we'll then have our playoffs. It's 8 alliances, so it'll be a bit of a time doing our playoffs. In between each of our playoff matches, we will be doing some awards. So come back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Remember, our first qualification match will be starting at 8:30. So if you're in that qualification match, please don't get here at 8:30. We'd like you to be on the field playing at 8:30. It's like the 10th time I've done it.
Good. A bit. 8.